Are you ready for some basketball?
That we are ready for basketball. Had a good game here earlier here tonight.
We did. So if you're just tuning in, we're just getting ready to broadcast here. We've got about 10 minutes of pregame before the second half of the doubleheader that was slated for tonight. And it's Craig Johnson alongside John Shook. And John, I didn't know that you looked so good in a bow tie.
Wow, thank you. I really like this bow tie. It's colorful, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
I can see Cupid's arrow going right through the middle, and that is it's a wonderful thing.
I thought I'd put this on, I never got a chance to wear my Christmas shirt, My wife sold that on the rummage sale, so
I know it.
I found this bow tie.
Yeah. That bow tie is sweet. So you're looking good up here in the booth. Always sharp dresser up here in the broadcast booth. But I guess it's radio, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They really can't see us anyway, so that's good. So
well, we're up here, got about 10 minutes of warm-up here. The teams are out on the floor, and as best as you can, reconstruct the final score there from the previous game.
Well, we was here watching the first game there. Boyden Hull was taking on the Galen Catholic, and so it was a pretty close game. And Galen Catholic got ahead by 8 and 10 points at times, and then again Boyden Hull got it within 5 and 7 points, and it seemed like the fourth quarter why Galen Catholic just took everything to them, and Boyden Hull just couldn't get back in the game, and so Galen Catholic won by 60-41 here. And Boyden Hull had a foul in that fourth quarter to get the ball back. And so they put a lot of Galen Catholic boys at the line. And so they kind of got ahead by this 19 points. Anyway, Boyden Hull boy, one of them fouled out. I believe that's the only boy that fouled out of the game, number 24. And, that maybe hurt him a little bit. He fouled out, I think, late in the third quarter or maybe early in the fourth quarter. So, anyway, Boyden Hull is packing their bags, going home, and Galen Catholic will be back over at Sioux Center on,
Thursday night.
Thursday night, you are right, on Thursday night at Sioux Center, and they'll be playing the winner of this here game between George Little Rock and Akron Westfield. And I think there is only one game in Sioux Center. Yes, one game at 7 o'clock. So it'll be Galen Catholic there taking on the winner of this here game at 7 o'clock in Sioux Center. So tonight, the Akron Westfield has come into the George Little Rock gym. They're in the War Eagle Conference. Akron Westfield comes into the contest here tonight with 8 wins and 14 losses. They're shooting 43% from the field as a team, 36% from the three-point line as a team, and their free throw percentage is 65%, and they're averaging about 59 points a game. And also Akron Westfield has Nick Jacobs. He's a junior, and he's averaging 21 points a game almost. Connor Anderson is senior, and he's averaging 13.5 points a game. Aaron Hartman is a junior, and he's averaging 11 points a game. And their next highest scorer is Blake Layton, and he's averaging 5 points a game. So shooting percentages, I looked it up, they're pretty well even with the George Little Rock Mustangs. George Little Rock Mustangs coming to tonight's contest with 16 wins and 6 losses, and they're shooting 47%, which is about the same as Akron Westfield from the field. 36% for three-point shooting and 63% from the field free throw line. And they're averaging 66 points a game. Our leading scorers is Lucas Nagel with 12 points a game. Caleb DeHark is averaging 10.5 points a game. Josh Haken, 10 points a game. Jaden Malden coming up with 8 points a game. And Landon Jumback with almost 10 points a game. And Blake Johnson with 7 points a game. And Peyton Malden is scoring about 4 points a game. So as far as shooting percentage and 3 points and free throw percentage, why we're pretty well evenly matched there with the Akron Westfield boys. So we're looking for a good contest here tonight. Good game. They're just 6 minutes away from the opening tip-off here, and we'll have the announcements, the starters, and all that just before we get started.
So we are ready for some basketball. We haven't seen Akron Westfield play previously because our season has taken us elsewhere, but this is the time for the paths to cross between these two teams, and as you said earlier, it's win or go home now, and each team that advances on will continue to go as long as they win, and each team that does not end up the night victorious will be ending their season. So we certainly wish the best to both of these teams, and we hope they have a great night of basketball, and we'll do our best, our level best, to bring you the scores and the live action here when the game begins in just 5 minutes from now. We'll have our starting lineups.
And the game over at Sioux Center on Thursday night will, like I said, will be the winner of this game play in Lamar's Galen Catholic. But over in the District 2 is South O'Brien right now is playing Harris Lake Park. And the first game is probably done over there too at Newell Fonda. Newell Fonda was playing Grettinger, Terrell, Ruthven Ayrshire. So either one of those teams must be done already, and they'll be playing at Cherokee on Thursday night, and then the winner of that game and the winner of the game on Sioux Center will meet each other at the sub-state game, and I think that's going to be played at MOC on Saturday night.
I think you're right. Well, let's take a minute here and hear from our sponsors, and then we'll hear from our who our game sponsors are for the night right after that. So stay tuned. You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
Hi, this is Brenda Jurens from Security Savings Bank George. When you have a team that believes in and excels at what they do, you have a team that will go the distance. And that's what you can expect from the bankers at Security Savings Bank in Larchwood, Inwood, Canton, and George. We have a solid understanding of determining your financial game plan and will find ways to achieve your goals. Plus, your dollars always go to work here at home. Security Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane for all your grain handling needs. Take advantage of their winter discounts now in full swing. Their competitive price advantage means you get what you need at the right price every time. But book early before their year fills up. WeMoveBins.com on the internet and from A to B as well. Yes, they move bins, buy, sell, and service them too. Located on Highway 18 between Hull and Boyden. WeMoveBins.com is the website for Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com's the destination for anything you need to handle your grain. Looking anywhere else would be in vain. Call Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com.
If you're getting mighty hungry, well, the best in the country is Pizza Ranch. You'll be feeling really great when you're filling up your plate at Pizza Ranch. 'Cause life tastes better down at Pizza Ranch. It's where life tastes better, so round 'em up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Well, as always, stay tuned for the Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game following the broadcast here tonight. And if I understand right, people are tuning in all the way from the deep south, ready for the game.
They are. One of them's got the lawn chair out, and one of them is sitting on top of the roof. So I hope, Viney, you don't fall off the roof there. Don't get too excited and fall off the roof.
Oh,
right.
I hope that lawn chair's welded down.
I bet you that Gary took the ladder away from Viney, and she's got no way to get down.
Yeah, what he didn't say is she's been up there since 3 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's time for her to come down. It's supper time, isn't it?
Yeah, he won't get any supper tonight. They're going to listen to the GLR radio tonight here.
All right.
We got a minute and a half go here before the starting lineups are announced here, and we'll be going with the second game here, Akron Westfield. We want to welcome Akron Westfield fans and players to the gym here in George Little Rock, and also the Mustang fans, and hope both teams the best of luck here now.
Now we're going to let you hear our pep band just for a minute here.
Okay.
It's game time. That
we
was
got
our
some.
pep band.
Yeah, we got some sponsors that are sponsoring this boys tournament game. This is Gary and Viney Kruger. They're sponsoring, and they're way up there high on top of the
High
house.
on the roof.
Yep, and Mark and Amy Haken and Jason and Kim DeHart, Jerry and Amy Jurens, and Little Rock Community Foods, our local hometown grocery store there in Little Rock. Jen Staves, the manager, so go in there and get your groceries and eat a meal there with Jen and a nice friendly staff there at Little Rock Community Foods. And so we want to thank those people for sponsoring the game here tonight. We've got a lot of sponsors. There's many more of them, and we just want to thank them all tonight for everything they've done for GLR Radio Network. And if you see these people that we've said, why, give them a thank you. Tell them, you guys go out and say, hey, thanks a lot for sponsoring the game so we could listen at home there on the GLR radio.
Well, we got 5 seconds till we hear the buzzer. We're going to have our starting lineups and be ready for basketball. And now for our starting lineups.
The Akron Westfield boys in the black uniforms, they are the visitor on the scoreboard. And our George Little Rock Mustang boys in the white uniform, they are the home team here tonight. So, we're ready to go here for the second game tonight here in the George Little Rock Gym. And the starting lineup is number 5, a junior, Leighton Blake. And number 11 is Connor Anderson. And 13 is Quinn Bundy. And 15 is Nick Jacobs. And 45 is Aaron Hartman. And they're coached by John Harris. Now for our George Little Rock Mustangs. Wearing number 0 tonight, Jaden Malden. And a junior wearing number 5, Lucas Nagel. A senior wearing number 12, Josh Haken. And a junior wearing number 20, Caleb Tahark. And wearing number 23 tonight, Landon Jumback. And they are coached by Greg DeBoer, Brian Leuenberger, assisted by Ed Jumback and Jordan Cruz. We had the national anthem before the start of the first game, so we're ready for the opening tip-off here. Lucas Nagel will be jumping center. Tonight, we will be going to our left here as we set up here on the south side of the George Little Rock Mustang Gym. Jumping center for Akron Westfield will be Blake Layton. So like I said, Akron in the black uniforms, Mustangs in the white uniforms. And we're ready for basketball here. Ball is up and tipped to the Mustangs over to Caleb DeHark's hands. Passes quickly back to Josh Haken. Josh Haken bringing it across into the front court here. Malden with the ball on the far right side. Passes back over to Jumback. Jumback at the three-point line. Pass. Oh, and a nice pass in there to Caleb DeHark, but slipped out of his hands, and Akron Westfield comes away with the ball. And Caleb DeHark steals it away from Nick Jacobs. And here comes Nagel driving the baseline, puts a little floater up, no good. Caleb DeHark with a rebound, puts it back up, no good. And now we're going to get a foul on, I believe it's an Akron Westfield, and I don't know what number they're calling it on yet. Number 5, that's on Blake Layton.
Blake. Yep, Leighton Blake.
He fouled DeHark on the rebound there. So Mustangs now with a, excuse me, Haken with a three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good.
Here's Nick Jacobs now. He pulls up from the
long three-pointer.
Volleyball spike line and no good.
So Josh Haken with the ball. Nice pass over to Nagel, and then Nagel to Malden, and Malden finishes. Jaden Malden with 2 points. So 2-0 here now with 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Bundy now with the ball. Passes over to Anderson for Akron Westfield. Akron Westfield with the ball here now. Hartman with the ball. And they far outside, and they're going to pass it inside and stolen away by Jumback. Quickly passes ahead to Malden. Malden makes a nice move to the basket and gets a nice roll for 2 points there. And we've got
that to go.
We got a quick timeout by Akron Westfield, a 30-second timeout there. 4-0 our score here with 6:36 to go in the first quarter. Yeah, how that ball went in yet is...
Yeah, just rolled around the rim.
Okay, so we're back going here again. Akron Westfield with the ball. They just called a 30-second timeout. Akron Westfield with the ball under our own bucket here, and they can run the baseline there.
Quinn Bundy will inbound the ball. Gets it into Connor Anderson. Anderson into the front court now. 6:31. 4-0 our score. Here's a pass out to the outside. Bundy, and the shot up and good for Leighton Blake. Three-pointer.
Yep.
For Leighton Blake.
Josh Aiken now with the ball. Passes over to DeHark on the far right side. Malden, cross-court pass. Jumback with a three-pointer, and count it there for Jumback. Makes our score 7-3 here. 2 minutes gone in the first quarter here now. Number 15, Nick Jacobs. Yep.
Now over to the corner. Leighton Blake drives through the paint, stops, the ball tipped. It goes clear out to the top of the half-court line. They'll reset and try again. 5:45 and counting down here in our first period. 7-3 the score. This is Aaron Hartman way out on the right wing. And out to the left side, top of the key now. Long three ball,
no good there, but he got fouled down, but no call made there. So
Nick Jacobs, well known for his
long threes, I guess. He's 6-7 foot behind the three-point arc there when he takes those shots here.
Let's imagine him with 1 foot on the tail of the Mustang in the center of the court.
Yep, so Caleb DeHark now on the far right side. Clear cross-court pass to Jumback now. A nice pass in there from Haken to DeHark, and DeHark finishes off with 2 points. And a travel called on Bundy.
Just on the entry pass, evidently the first thing he did was take steps.
So Josh Haken ready to put the ball in play there. Inbound pass going over to Jumback to the three-point line, far left side. No good. Rebounded by Josh Haken. Josh Haken puts it up, and
they're going to call a
charge on Josh Haken. So that's
that's a flop. If you see it from this angle, that was a flop.
So the crowd didn't like that call, but anyway, a charging foul on Josh Haken. 9-3 our score.
Akron will inbound it here. 5 minutes to go. We'll go around to top of the key. There's a long three ball up and no good either. Over the back there by Leighton Blake.
And that's a second foul on Leighton, I believe.
If it
it's there, isn't it on him?
No, it's on number 5. They had that's
his
first.
I got him for 2.
There's 2 team fouls.
I know it. I must have.
I don't know who the first one was on. So
I thought
my
it was
apologies.
On Leighton Blake, I thought, but I'm not sure either. We'll find out here later. So ball over to Malden now. Cross court pass to Josh Haken, and a nice ball movement there by the Mustangs. And
nice move.
Haken puts her in for 2.
So here come the Westerners. They're running around the side. They'll go to the low post, the high post. They'll swing it around to the top again. Here's Bundy. Now the shot out to the pass, out to the right side. Got a player trapped. And here's Jacobs. He'll stop and pop from anywhere on the floor. He's going to dish it to his left. Now they'll go down to the corner. A skip pass top of the key and a drive into the paint. A nice little soft floater and no joy, but a rebound
by Nagel, but
by
then
Quinn
taken
Bundy.
away.
Pulls up from 3. No, and then the rebound on the weak side from Aaron Hartman. So third putback point, and that's a 5-point swing there.
11-5. Malden with a far right corner. Passes into Nagel. Back over to Jumback now, far left side. Nagel driving right into the paint there. Puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded there by Malden. Malden puts that shot up, but he got fouled as he was shooting that. So Malden will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on Blake Johnson getting ready to check in. That foul is on 13, Quinn Bundy. And Malden's first free throw is no good. Blake Johnson checking in for Josh Aiken. So Jaden Malden be at the line here to shoot one more free throw. And that one is up and good there for Malden. Makes our score 12-5. Quinn Bundy now with the ball.
Bundy left it behind his own back. Got it back. Now here's Jacobs. Drives in the paint.
Hey,
nice move
shot
into the paint. Nice little 8-foot jumper up and over and good.
Jacobs' first 2 points of the night here. 12-7 now our score. Malden with the ball, the far left side. Passes over to Caleb DeHart, the top of the circle. Blake Johnson down at the baseline there. Nobody guarding him too close. Passes it back out to Jumback. Back to Johnson in the corner. Clear cross court to Malden. Now to Nagel at the free throw line. Nagel passed it back out to Johnson. Johnson's directing a little traffic there, trying to set things up. And Nagel drives the paint, puts one up, no good. Rebounded by Caleb DeHart. And that's off of Nick Jacobs here out of bounds, so it still will be Mustang ball. Matt Haken checking in for Malden, for Jaden Malden. 12-7 our score here. 2:37 to go in the first quarter. Blake Johnson, inbound pass here from the baseline to Caleb DeHart. Caleb passes cross court to Jumback. Jumback driving the paint, puts up a layup, no good. And Matt Haken gets the rebound and finishes it off with 2 points.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Blake. Way up into the pep band section up there.
Yeah. I just got a text that they no ice in Mesa, so you don't have to worry about slipping off the roof.
Oh, no ice. Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, they can't get on our roof here. Why, it's too icy.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No way.
Westerners now with the ball. There's Hartman at the elbow. He'll dish out to Jacobs. He's just not afraid to shoot from anywhere on the floor.
He must have the green light here to shoot those 3-pointers because he's at it all the time. Blake Johnson passed the ball, and now Nagel with the ball gets
Look
it
at that
into
pass
Matt.
to Matt Haken.
Matt Haken, he had to fight a little bit to keep control of the ball, and he got fouled, and so I think Matt Haken will be at the line now to shoot 2. 14-7. That foul is on number 25, Chris Steffen.
Well, you're right. He had to scrap for that one.
Matt Haken shoots his first free throw, and that's up and good.
Makes it 15-7. Minute 55 left in the first quarter.
Matt, second shot is up and no good there. Rebounded into the hands of Chris Steffen.
Here's Bundy.
Matt Haken.
Haken takes it from behind.
Matt
take it on the drive.
Going to go all the way. A nice move by Matt Haken, but Caleb DeHart is there to get the rebound and puts her in for 2. So give Caleb DeHart credit there for getting that rebound and finishing off with 2 points. 17-7 now, 10-point lead.
Bundy dishing out to the right side. Now move through the paint. They'll retain possession. Here going to be Jacobs going to drive in. Nice little dish pass off to, was it Hartman?
Yep,
Aaron Hartman with the finish.
Hartman with 4 points now tonight. 17-9. A minute to go here in the first quarter. Blake Johnson with the ball. Passes over to Peyton Malden.
Ball swiped from behind.
Yep, Nagel got the ball
Jacobs
taken
with
away
a nice
from him.
Play.
And no good there in the
Money
shot.
shot blown.
Matt Haken gets the rebound there. Blake Johnson now driving the baseline, puts up a little 8-footer. No good, little jump shot. Rebounded there to Jacobs.
Jacobs pulls up
There's
again.
another-
That one's blocked. It lands on the Mustang's shoulder, not looking for it. That came down with ice on it, John, that was up so long. Jacobs just has the green light to just shoot from anywhere. It's a little bit
now he got,
preposterous,
fouled.
actually.
Got
How
tripped
far
up.
away he is that you don't even guard a player that's that far from the basket normally.
Nope, Peyton Malden helped Jacobs up there, so that foul was on number
Blake.
1, Blake Johnson.
Yep.
So DeHart coming out as well as Nagel.
Got Jaden Malden back in. And Peyton Malden, I believe.
And Josh Haken is back into the game for the Mustangs. Nice pass there.
Here's a shot up and going to rattle off. No
good.
good.
Matt Haken clears the glass here. So Josh Haken bringing the ball down. Passes over to Blake Johnson. Matt Haken, Josh Haken now back in the corner to Blake Johnson. Blake Johnson puts a 3 up just as the buzzer goes off, and it did not go. So after 1 quarter of play, George Little Rock Mustangs 17. The Westerners from Akron Westfield 9. So pretty fast-paced first quarter here, Craig. And so Mustangs with a 8-point lead. There's a good crowd here tonight for our Mustang fans. A lot of people are here, and I think a few of the Galen Catholic people are hanging around there and kind of watching the game some. Maybe most of the Boyden Hull have gone home. I don't know. There's some Boyden Hull people still sitting around, but anyway, we want to thank Gary and Viney Kruger, Mark and Amy Haken, Jason and Kim DeHart, Jerry and Amy Jerns, and Little Rock Community Foods for sponsoring this here tournament game here tonight. And we have many, many other sponsors too, Skinny Construction and Arlen and Rosalie Aarons, Klaus and Diane Nagel, just goes on. And so we just pick out a few of them that sponsor each game each night, and want to thank you all for that. So ready to start the second quarter with Akron Westfield in control here of the ball.
For Nick Jacobs. Quinn Bundy. They'll go over to Connor Anderson. Anderson will drive it to the left. They'll dump it out to Jacobs. Jacobs guarded out high by the Mustangs. He'll got to drive all the way around. He got nothing off the rim. No good.
Caleb DeHart clears the glass here. Nagel going all the way coast to coast and put her in for a layup for Nagel. 2 points.
That was a great fast break by Nagel.
19-9 now. 3-pointer up and no good. Caleb DeHart with the rebound off the glass. Quickly ahead to Nagel again. Nagel puts a little reverse layup up and count it for Nagel. Nice little shot there by Nagel. And we have a timeout, full timeout to John Harris there from Akron Westfield.
So we'll be back right after a quick timeout.
Hello, basketball fans. Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble down to Northwest Consultants in George so we can pass along a quote to you on your insurance policies. We will screen our list of companies and then shoot you the best deal possible. We're sure you will jump for joy at the low cost and great coverage we can give you on your home, business, farm, auto, health, and life insurance. Call 475-2610 or stop in and see us at our office in George, where you can have all your insurance policies in one basket. Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs is right. Go Mustangs. It's 21-9, John.
21-9.
7:15 to go.
Yep.
In the first half. And, boy, the green light was lit to shoot the 3 from Jacobs. He has shot several from way beyond the arc.
Yeah, he's at least 6 foot behind the 3-point line there. And
well, I had it. One of the Galen fans, I sat near him at the beginning of the game, and he said that was the kid that lit up for 40-plus points against Galen earlier this season.
Oh, yes.
So he does have the green light to shoot.
I think he had 10 threes, they said, that
10
night.
threes that night. I believe you're right. I believe that's
what that Galen fan had told you.
I believe you're correct. 10 is a lot.
That's 30 points, I believe. Yeah, I think.
That's a great deal of shoots from outside.
So Akron with the ball here now. Bundy.
Down to the corner, a 3-ball up and good for Connor Anderson. Anderson hitting from deep in the corner.
Caleb DeHart now with the ball, passed over to Haken. Over to Malden there, Jaden Malden. Haken driving in the paint there. He got cut off there, but pass it back out to Malden. Malden puts a 3 up, in and out, no good. Rebounded to Akron Westfield.
Jacobs now quickly down to the corner again. Which player is that?
That is number 5.
Number 5, Leighton Blake.
Is that a 3?
3, yeah.
Yep. And Nagel got a rebound, tried to put her back up, but no good there. Thought he got fouled, he said, but no call there by the referee.
So Akron will go long 3-ball the other side.
In and out.
No, this time.
Malden with the rebound off the glass. Here comes Josh Haken now with the ball. Josh Haken, Malden looked at a 3 from the top of the circle. Caleb DeHart now on the far right side. Back over to Jumback. Now back to Nagel. Now Josh Haken didn't realize he was going to get the ball, but Jumback shoots the one up, a 3-pointer, and count it for Jumback. 24-15 now our score. 5:29 to go in the second quarter. Bundy with the ball. Quinn Bundy passes it in. Oh, and he must have stepped out of bounds there.
Line.
Nick Jacobs stepped out of bounds on the far left side here. So a turnover on Akron Westfield. So Peyton Malden checking into the game here for Josh Haken now. Peyton bringing the ball up. Passes over to brother Jaden Malden. And cross-court pass, and Jumback is feeling it tonight with his third 3 of the game here. 27-15 now.
Here's Jacobs. He's well defended. He's stuck up in the corner here.
Ooh, a travel call, but nothing. Yeah,
turnover.
He did call a travel, yep. Blake Johnson checking in for Caleb DeHart now. Caleb DeHart taking a seat here.
4:49 on our clock. 27-15 to score.
Blake inbounds there to Peyton Malden. Peyton over to Jaden Malden. Back to Peyton. Back over now to Jumback on the far left side. Over to Blake Johnson. Blake Johnson at the top of the circle. Jaden Malden looking to pass it inside. There goes Jumback with another 3 there. No good. And rebounded into the hands of number Quinn Bundy.
Yeah, fast break is no good.
And got tipped there.
Oh, they're calling a tip.
Referee said one of the George Little Rock boys tipped the ball out of bounds, so it will be the Westerners' ball under their own basket here. 4:25 to go, 27-15. Mustangs in the lead.
Nick Jacobs waiting now. We're going to have a little towel duty here right on the baseline. There was a player that slid and skid to a stop. So they're going to wipe up a little bit of perspiration.
That looks like a Malden wiping that up.
It is.
It is, huh?
You're doing yeoman service there at the towel.
He's kind of the janitor and everything here, I believe.
He's taking care of everything. So.
Yep.
Hartman will dish off to Jacobs. He'll pop for 16-footer. No good. Blake Johnson with the rebound.
Over to Jaden Malden. Cross court there to his brother, Peyton Malden. He puts a shot up, and he got fouled as he put that shot up. Knocked him to the floor, so that will put Peyton at the line to shoot 2. That foul is on number 45.
Yeah, it's Aaron Hartman's first foul. 5th team foul here. 4 minutes to go. The ball's off the back of the rim, no good on the free throw.
Matt Haken checking in for Jaden Malden. Peyton Malden gets a chance to shoot one more free throw. Free throw is up and good there for Peyton.
Makes it 28-15. 4 minutes left in this first half. There's Leighton Blake. Now to Hartman around the top. Dumps it down inside of the low block. Blake gets it now. Jacobs
traveled again there now.
Didn't catch it cleanly. And is called for the turnover. Westerners not really having their typical half shooting the ball here. And I'm sure they're going to be discussing that at the coming halftime here.
And
Nagel with a nice catch and a nice baseline move. He and Matt Haken went up at the same time for the catch.
Oh, and that's through the hands of number 11. That's Connor Anderson right in front of the George Little Rock bench here. So Mustangs will put the ball in play right. Well, they're going to put it down there in the end zone, but the ball went out right by the bench there. But
I don't know how that.
No, I guess the referee didn't want to stand in front of the George Little Rock coaches or something. But ball over to and Blake Johnson with a three. Count that for Blake Johnson, a three-pointer there now. Mustangs have 4 3-pointers made in the Westerners 3. Jacobs with the ball there. There's another three-pointer there, no good. In and out. Ball quickly head to Blake Johnson. Blake passes over to
Lucas with a alley-oop.
Yep, but Lucas got fouled as he's ready to put that shot down there. It was a nice pass by Blake Johnson. But
such court recognition to see him.
Yep.
And Lucas, great presence to go up and get it. 6 team fouls. Lucas in the process of shooting when he was fouled, so he'll have 2 free throws. That first one is no joy. 3 minutes on the clock, 33-15, our score.
Nagel's second free throw is up and no good either off the back of the rim. Now in the hands of Jacobs. Jacobs brings the ball across the division line. Going to drive the baseline, puts a shot up and count it for Nick Jacobs. Good move there by Jacobs.
Yeah, just a quick first step. We're going to have off the
hands of, it's going to be black ball. One referee.
Yeah, we've got it.
He's
pointing
there.
Too many directions. It's got to be simpler than that.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be a Mustang ball here now.
Here's the entry pass to
Jumback puts a 3 up. Matt Haken gets the rebound. Now Blake Johnson with the ball. Passes over to Malden. Peyton Malden now back. Hey, and a nice pass in there to Jumback from Nagel to Jumback. Jumback finishes with 2 points there right under the basket. 35-17 our score.
Steal by the Mustangs. Peyton Malden on the fast break.
Peyton go all the way, puts a shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, but he last touched it. It went out of bounds.
He dropped it.
Yep, went out of bounds off
on the baseline. Good hustle by the Mustangs. Did not end the way they wanted.
2:14 to go here in the second quarter. 35-17, Mustang lead.
Passing to Hartman. Now to Quinn Bundy. Bundy going to drive. Doesn't
Bundy.
Pick up his dribble. Now he'll dish out to the corner. That shot is good for Connor Anderson.
Anderson with a three-pointer. That's his second 3 of the night. So there's another turnover on the Mustang boys right under our own basket. Here comes Akron Westfield now. We've got a 15-point lead, 35-20.
There he is.
And there's going to be a foul on Matt Haken.
Just driving in. If he doesn't pick up his dribble, you cannot stop guarding him.
He's a quick little guy out there, Jacobs is. And so Matt Haken picks up... they're
going to call Lucas on that.
Wow, it was Matt Haken all the way, but...
Jacobs free throw up, and it's going to rattle out no good.
Called that foul on Lucas, huh?
They did. It's even in the scorebook that way. 3 team fouls is all against the Mustangs this half.
6 on the Westerners. Jacobs free throw is up and good there.
We hit 1 of 2 that time down.
That's the first free throw for the Westerners. Mustangs have three made free throws. Now Blake Johnson with the ball in the far right side corner there. Passes over to Caleb DeHark. Johnson with the ball up there by the Mustang horse there in the center circle. And
bad
pass by Blake.
Turnover to Anderson. Anderson throws it up. No good. Off the glass into the hands of Akron Westfield again.
Ball just bounced the right way for the Westerners.
Bundy is going to drive through. Now they've got it in the hands of Chris Steffen.
Steffen
now
goes in for a drive.
What a play.
He drives the paint there. Connor Anderson for 2 points. Josh Aiken, nice. Pass got tipped away there, and Malden gets the loose ball and puts her up for 2 points there, Jaden Malden. Oh, reach-in foul there by Blake Johnson. And there's one of them three-pointers by Jacobs there from no man's land. He
shot that from the front door of the Pizza Ranch.
Yeah, he was 6-7 feet behind a three-point line. So he's probably got the range going now there, Jacobs does. 37-26 here, 11-point lead here, 29 seconds. I think Mustangs are going to work for just one last shot here in the second quarter. Got the ball way out here by the division line here. Josh Aiken now with the ball. 17 seconds. 12 seconds. Josh passes it over to Jumback. Now Josh Aiken into the paint. Puts a little floater up. No good. Caleb DeHart gets the rebound, but got it stripped away from him. And that's the end of the first half here. Mustangs 37. Akron Westfield 26. So each team has, I guess Akron Westfield has 5 threes made already this first half, and where George Little Rock has 4 threes made there. Nobody in any foul trouble at all. A couple kids with 2 fouls from Akron Westfield. Leighton Blake has 2 fouls, as well as Quinn Bundy, but otherwise everybody with just 1 foul apiece here.
Mustangs shooting 4 for 10 from 3 and 11 for 28 from the field inside the three-point arc. Shooting 3 for 8 from the free throw line. And
so not really the best shooting except for the three-point deal is 40%.
Right.
Where the others is maybe around the 31% from the field.
And the Akroners are shooting 5 for 14 from three-point land and 5 for 13 from two-point land, and having a total score of 26 points on 1 of 2 made free throws. It looks to me like 9 turnovers on Akron Westfield and 5 on the Mustangs. Mustangs have 16 tracked rebounds, and Westerners have 10. So that's kind of the difference in the ball game, is the simple difference in those stats.
Yeah, as far as we put up a few more 2-pointers and got them made, and they've missed a lot of shots too, Akron Westfield, as well as the Mustang boys. But anyway, our score's 37-26 here at halftime. 8.5 minutes on the clock before we start the third quarter here. And so we want to thank again Gary and Viney and Mark and Amy Haken and Gary and Viney Kruger and Jason and Kim DeHark and Jerry and Amy Jerns. Little Rock Community Foods, want to thank them all for sponsoring this boys tournament game here. So whoever wins here will be playing Galen Catholic on Thursday night over at Sioux Center. So Galen Catholic coming to the gym here tonight, and I think maybe you could call it kind of an upset over Boyden Hull. People maybe kind of thought Boyden Hull was favored to win, but very good team there, Galen Catholic, and I thought they played well. And
they played a very good ball game.
Held their composure and just took it right to Boyden Hull the whole game, really.
Yeah, they did. So we got to tip our hat to them on a hard-fought season. Boyden Hull had a great season, and certainly Galen Catholic a worthy opponent here tonight, as was indicated by the win here earlier. So we're going to take just a short break here. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with our second half.
Sounds good. So get a little drink at home, something to eat, and don't fall off the roof.
Don't fall off. We'll be back.
This is Annette Maggart, Security Savings Bank, George. Will you have enough money to enjoy a golden retirement and reach your other long-term goals? Have you taken advantage of the tax deduction for a traditional IRA? Or have you started the clock ticking for tax-free earnings on a Roth IRA? I have over 25 years experience with individual retirement accounts and can assist you in selecting the right IRA for your situation. We will help you secure the comfortable retirement you want and deserve. Security Savings Bank, member FDIC.
So we got some, which one do I got to shut down here? Hey, Craig, I got some noise. Craig, I got some background noise.
Number 3 up. Pull number 3 down.
Down.
3 down.
Yep, okay, got her.
1 to 2 up.
I got it. Okay, got it. Okay. Here we go. So we got 6 minutes to go here between the George Little Rock game here and the Akron Westfield Westerners. And anyway, Tyler Glanzer came up here to the booth and wants to talk a little bit. And so the first game here at was Boyden Hull playing Lamar's Galen Catholic. Was a pretty well played game and exciting game to watch. Galen Catholic come into this contest here and they just seemed like they really just took it to Boyden Hull. They just kind of played the whole game and so. Kind of maybe an upset, I guess we would call it, 60-41 score here. But anyway, so Galen Catholic will move on to Thursday night's game over in Sioux Center, and now the winner of this game. And right now we have 11-point lead here over Akron Westfield. And so you got any thoughts on the boys' game here tonight now, Tyler?
Well, the first contest, to be honest, Galen, I think a lot of people are going to call it an upset. Even though Galen was the higher seed, technically only by 1. Galen's the 2 seed in our district and Boyden Hall the 3. But I think you're right, John. Galen used their size to their advantage and, caused some issues for Boyden Hall. Boyden Hall didn't shoot great tonight, and a lot of times the game comes down to making shots. But Galen was able to get it was about a 10-point lead at halftime or so, somewhere around that. And I thought Boyden Hall was going to be able to make a push there in that third quarter. They came out with the press.
Came out really tough.
Started turning the ball, getting Galen to turn it over. I thought they were heading on their way back, but unfortunately that fourth quarter, and probably what might have been the turning point in that game is, I forget the kid's name, but Boyden Hall had a kid fall out there at the end of the third quarter.
Yep, number 24, to Slaw Boy.
And he's one of their key players, and just kind of seemed like the game turned after that. Galen just kept extending their lead, and getting some fast break points now all of a sudden against the Boyden Hall press, and ended up with a 19-point win. I wasn't going to be too surprised if Galen was able to win tonight, but I am surprised that it was that type of margin, 19 points.
I thought maybe it would be 7 points, but then Boyden Hull had a foul there at the end, and Galen seemed to be putting their free throws in, and so that's, like you said, it wound up 19 points there. So as far as the Mustang boys here, they're playing quite well here. We got some stats here as far as shooting percentages, but neither team is really shooting that great. George Little Rock is 4 for 10 from 3 points, so that's 40%. And I think they're shooting only 11 for 28 or something like that from the 2-point range, I think, is what he had. So
okay.
Same with Akron Westfield, same kind of about not too shooting. That Blake is his name, I believe. Nick Jacobs, rather. No, Quinn. Yeah, it's Nick Jacobs there. He's been shooting them threes from 6-7 feet behind the 3-point arc there.
Yeah.
So he made one of them there, and he just lets her go. He must have the green light to shoot those threes.
Yeah, he's not afraid to shoot it, that's for sure.
We talked to some Galen people here earlier in the game, and when they played Akron Westfield, he had 10 threes made in one night.
Yeah, I know the last game, the last round, I think he had 40-some points.
Oh, yeah, really? Oh, you mean in the last tournament game?
That's what I was told. I never looked that up for myself, but I was told that's what he did the last tournament game. But our size is obviously giving Akron Westfield a little trouble. Especially early on, I saw us getting a lot of offensive rebounds and some putbacks. So if our guys are struggling still to shoot the outside shot, we have that advantage. You just got to tell them to keep crashing those offensive boards and getting yourself extra possessions. Hopefully we can only extend our lead here in the second half and move on to Thursday night.
Yeah, we got another half to play, so our boys are just going to have to keep it together and So hopefully the shots go down and play some tough defense and get some rebounds here. And that's got to win the game here tonight to move on there to Thursday night. So you're kind of on vacation now, I suppose, with the girls' coaching job. You don't have to coach anymore, and so nothing to do for you in school, right?
Yeah, nothing to do. It's definitely one thing, I guess, off my plate, but it hasn't felt like much of a vacation with hosting these two rounds of tournaments. There's been a lot to do, and that's okay. I enjoy the work.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it'll be nice to get hopefully our guys can get a win. It'll be nice to have this one over, and I don't have to worry about that. I can just go watch the game instead of worrying about a bunch of things to do.
Yeah,
but
I know you've been busy around here the last couple nights when the tournaments are on. The AD, and you got to get everything in order and see that the referees have the place and everything. So I thought the reffing has been decent both nights here for the games, and can't complain on that too much.
Yeah, been good crews. They've worked hard. They've done a good job.
Yep. Do you know John Harris at all, the Akron Westfield coach?
I do not know him.
Oh, I've known him for years. He's been a good friend of mine, and I used to get down there to officiate, and I think he had a daughter that played some softball at Northwestern College, and I went and shook hands with him, and he didn't know if I was still around or not, he thought. So it was nice to see him again there.
Yeah.
So we got about 50 seconds to go here. Thanks a lot, Tyler, for coming up and talking. And so this will probably be the last time we talk to you this year, and never know as far as on the radio anyway.
Yeah.
So, but sure appreciate every time you came up and talked to us and give us a little insight on the girls' games. And so best of luck to you in the near future.
All right. Thanks, John.
Yep. Thank you, Tyler. So that was Tyler Glanzer, and we thank him for always coming up and talking a little bit. So we got 20 seconds to go here before the second half. Can you get in there, Craig? Or am I around you want to go in the front here because your cord is that way. Here we go.
Yeah, my wire was all tangled up there. It didn't get tangled up in your bow tie at least.
No. That thing looks nice. I had more compliments on that bow tie tonight. I wish I'd have wore that every night.
Should have worn that the whole season.
I know it. That people just love it, and it's unreal. It's one of them you tie yourself. It's not a clip-on, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's unexcelled. That'd be the word I'd use. Unexcelled.
We got Mustang ball here to start our third quarter here. 37-26 our score here. John back putting the ball into Haken now. Haken bringing across into the Mustang front court. Pass over to Caleb DeHart. Caleb at the free throw line. Passes it in the far corner to Malden. Nice pass from Malden to Caleb DeHart. But Caleb DeHart got fouled as he's going up for that shot. So Caleb will be at the line to shoot two. Nice pass from Malden to Caleb. And so that foul is on number 13, Bundy. That's his third foul. Caleb's free throw is no good. Leaves our score at 37-26. Caleb DeHart's second free throw is up and good there. So here comes Bundy down across the front court here now. Bundy dribbling around, getting guarded by Caleb.
Out of the corner.
Three-pointer. Caleb DeHart with a rebound there. Kind of got pushed, but held his balance. Brings the ball up and gives it to Nagel now. Now Josh Haken with the ball at the top of the circle. Over to Nagel. Nagel dribbling around the left side. Cross-court pass to Malden.
Nice.
Jump back with a three. No good. Rebounded to Bundy.
Yep, here's Nick Jacobs pulling up from deep.
Wow.
And he's not afraid to shoot that. He's got license to pop and drop from anywhere. Hits that one.
He was 6-7 feet behind the three-point arc again.
That's an unusual place to see that shot in this at this level of basketball, but he has hit a couple of them already.
Nice shot there by Caleb DeHart, but gets his own rebound. No good. Passes back to Nagel in the free throw lane. The paint puts her up for 2 points. Nagel gets it in the paint. He usually can score 2 points there.
Yeah, Nagel averaging about 12 points a game on average for the season. And pretty reliable inside of that elbow there. where he just hit that two-pointer from. Now here's Jacobs again, way out top.
Oh, and going to have a foul on.
Malden came out to close out on him so he wouldn't get the. Oh, what did they call?
No, they're not on Malden.
Did they call a offensive
push-up.
foul? No, it's away from the action. It was on Hartman, I believe.
I guess so, pushing under the
Didn't
basket
see
there.
where it happened, so.
Yes,
Hartman with his second foul here.
40-29. Josh Aiken driving in the paint, puts a shot up, no good. Malden with a rebound, puts it back up and count it for Jaden Malden. 2 points. Comes Bundy again. Now over to Jacobs. Oh, Jacobs lost the handle on it. Here comes Malden down all the way, passes it off to Nagel, and Nagel with the slam dunk here now. And we got a timeout, a full timeout there to Akron Westfield after that dunk by Nagel. Makes it 44-29 here with 5:43 to go.
Yeah, they're all fired up over here.
Isabel's even fired up because that's the second one she's seen this year.
Yes.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great fast break. Malden had it dead to rights. He could have just easily kept it. Fed it to Lucas in the perfect spot. Stride in rhythm, and Lucas emphatic with the exclamation point there on the put down. So 5:43 left in the third period, 44-29 our score. And I want to thank our game sponsors again for putting us up here in the catbird seat.
Yep.
got
Little Rock
a great
Community
vantage point
Foods
up
and
here.
Jerry and Amy Jerns and Jason and Kim DeHart, Mark and Amy Haken, and Gary and Viney Kruger. I want to thank them.
Also want to thank the 5 young lads that built this media platform up here during Genius Week.
Yep. Got a good advantage point here, up high here, see the play well. So this will be the last game here in this gym for this basketball season, and won't get back here till next year in November for basketball anyway. So next game will be played at Sioux Center Thursday night, like I said. If our boys win here, why, they will be playing over there against Galen Catholic.
Here's Quinn Bundy. He didn't pick up his dribble, took it all the way down the paint. He's got a pivot foot inside the lane, dishing out to Hartman. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound to Caleb DeHart.
Caleb DeHart bringing the ball across the timeline. Front court, passes over to Josh Aiken. Josh Aiken with the ball at the top of the circle now. Brings it around the right side to Jumback. And they're going to be a
3-second call. Mustangs were in there a while in the paint. I think Lucas was in the paint farther than Malden.
Looking for a pass and just kind of waiting, camped out in there. And good call there by the official.
One guy say, "Get him a sandwich."
Hell yeah. Get him a chair.
I think he needs a new marshmallow. He's camped out in there.
Camped out, making s'mores. I think he was making s'mores in there.
I think so. Here's
Jacobs
going to drive into the paint.
No good. Jacobs worked hard to get his rebound, but did not get it. Jumback comes away with the rebound, gives it to Nagel. Nagel, a nice pass to Nagel. What now?
A foul on the
Caleb
floor,
DeHart.
but no shot. Boy, that's hard to believe there was no shot involved there, but it's going to be a foul against Jacobs, his first. And
so it'll be the Mustang
Aiken
ball.
will inbound the ball to Jumback.
Back with a three, no good there. And going to be a foul, hooking foul underneath by Haken, I believe. Nope. It's going to be.
Haken was fouled by a hook, it looks like.
Number 5 did the fouling there, Leighton Blake.
So we're going to have Chris Steffen checking in for Leighton Blake.
They didn't put Blake's number up there.
I think he's got 3 fouls, though.
Well, that's what I have him for, but.
Jumbeck takes the entry pass, a nice soft floater.
And puts her in for 2. 46-29 now our score. Ooh, charging foul called. Pushed off with the arm. Number 13, Quinn Bundy.
They whistle that on Bundy or on Hartman?
No,
You're right. It's on. Can't be on Leighton Blake. He's out of the game.
I know it.
So
who's running that scoreboard down there anyway?
It had to be Hartman because that's the only player with a 5 on his jersey out there. Haken with the ball out to Jumbeck again. Inside out. Inside to Lucas. Got stovepipe blocked, but
the boy got hurt there.
Fella got hurt on the landing. He blocked the shot nicely.
I don't know if he hurt his knee, the boy, or if he hurt his ankle. He's in a lot of pain
down.
laying right there in the free throw lane. I think that's number 23, Jack Anderson.
Is it 23 or 25?
I don't know what. Was it 25 or 23?
I'm going to get everybody kind of out of there for
25 it is. Yep, it's Chris Steffen.
Steffen just checked in a moment ago. Really a nice defensive play there. Stovepop blocked it straight down on Lucas, but then when he landed, he must have landed on another.
I don't know if they're checking his knee out or if it's Charlie Horse there.
Oh, he's up on his own power, but
not walking good there.
His ankle's pretty sore.
So he's hopping on one leg, but at least he's up and going there. So I just didn't really see what happened there, Craig. Did you?
No, I didn't see it.
Next thing he was down.
He's saw in a little block, and then I think he must have landed on another player's foot or something, twisted pretty hard.
Yep, it's in his ankle. The coach is looking up a high ankle sprain the way it looks to me. They're working on that. So anyway, we're back in live action here. Nagel with the ball. Nice pass to Malden, and then Malden got fouled as he's going to put that shot up under the basket. So Malden to go to the line now to shoot 2. That foul was on, they doing 45, I guess. Hartman.
Yeah, on Hartman.
So Jaden Malden's free throws up and good. Malden's second free throw is up and good as well there for Malden. 48-29 now. 19-point lead here for the Mustang boys. A lot of pressure there by Nagel as Akron Westfield bringing the ball up. Akron Westfield now in the front court here now. Jacobs with the ball. Jacobs dribbling around the right side. Jacob, a good ball handler there now. Getting guarded there by Caleb DeHart. And driving into the lane was number...
nice floater.
That was
13. Quinn Bundy
with a 2-pointer. That shot was up by Nagel.
Yeah,
puts her in for 2.
Immediate answer back. Makes our score 50-31.
Jacobs now driving around the right side there. Jacobs with a 3-pointer, and he got fouled, and then count the 3. Count the 3 for Jacobs, and he got fouled by Malden, I would say. So Jacobs will be at the line to shoot 1. Foul is on...
that's on Malden.
Malden, yep. Malden first shot. So Jacobs will be at the line, count the 3-pointer, and he'll get to shoot 1 free throw. And count it there for Jacobs. 50-35, down to a 15-point lead now here for the Mustangs here. 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Caleb DeHart now over to Josh Haken, back to Malden. Malden bringing it into the paint, passes over to Jumback. Now to Caleb DeHart, drives the baseline, puts her in for 2 points. Nice move there by Caleb DeHart for 2 points. So,
look at him shoot from he's literally on the circle at half court. He pulls up to shoot, no good. Look at that fast break.
Oh, and
Josh Haken to Nagel on the break.
Nice pass there by Haken to Nagel, and now Blake Johnson checking into the game. And we have a timeout here, a 30-second timeout to Akron Westfield. John Harris is on to talk this over a little bit. 54-35, our score.
We'll be back right after this.
Hello, basketball fans. Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble down to Northwest Consultants in George so we can pass along a quote to you on your insurance policies. We will screen our list of companies and then shoot you the best deal possible. We're sure you will jump for joy at the low cost and great coverage we can give you on your home, business, farm, auto, health, and life insurance. Call 475-2610 or stop in and see us at our office in George, where you can have all your insurance policies in one basket. Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs is right here now. So we're back at live action here. 2:38 to go in the third quarter. Akron Westfield with the ball. Getting a little pressure there by Nagel, bringing it across the timeline.
There's Bundy now over to Anderson. That shot's no good.
Nagel with the rebound there, bringing it up and brings it over to Blake Johnson now. Blake passes it over to Nagel, far right corner. Now over to Malden. Malden puts the shot up, gets his own rebound, no good. Now Matt Haken gets a rebound. He's going to put a shot up, and Matt Haken got fouled. So that foul is on
it's on Jacobs.
15.
Second. Yeah, Nick Jacobs had him tied up in the paint. They called him for the foul. It'll be Matt Haken at the line now
to shoot two. Haken's free throws up and good there for Matt. Caleb DeHart getting ready to check back in. Matt Haken's free throw is good again there, so count 2 points there for Matt Haken. DeHart checking in for Jumback. Jumback taking a seat there. Jacobs with the ball. Oh, Blake Johnson took it away from him. Blake Johnson going all the way and puts her in for 2 points. The quick hands of Blake Johnson just steals the ball right away from Jacobs. And now there's a whistle on the floor, and there's going to be a foul.
That's the second team foul here on the Mustangs.
That's on Lucas Nagel.
Lucas's second foul on the night. Quinn Bundy will inbound. Leighton Blake takes it.
Ooh, could have been a travel there, but nothing called. Oh, and here comes
steal by the Mustangs.
Malden there. And
Malden
counted
wide
for two.
open.
Peyton
Left,
Malden with 2 points.
left all alone. No one else in the zip code with him, and he
makes our score 60-35. Bundy now with the ball. Now just about taken away by the Mustangs.
Ball tipped by Caleb out
Caleb
of bounds.
DeHart tipped that ball, so it'll belong to Akron Westfield right there by their student section there, the cheering section. Nagel taking a seat.
Yeah, Lucas to some much-deserved applause there by the Mustang fans. Nick Jacobs runs right
there
over.
Goes Blake.
Ran over Matt Haken, too.
Yep, Blake Johnson got knocked down. Now Blake at the free throw line, passes over to Malden. Malden driving into the paint, puts
Wide
his shot up,
open.
and good there. Nice shot there
Left
by
hand.
Peyton Malden.
Finish strong with the left hand, kids.
62-35 now, our score.
Off the glass and strong shot there by Peyton.
1 minute to go here in our third quarter.
Jacobs pulls up from deep again. No good.
And Matt Haken with the rebound. Gives off to brother Josh Haken. Josh Haken passes in the far corner to Blake Johnson. Blake across court here to Malden. Ball tipped out of bounds there by Quinn Bundy. So it will belong to the Mustangs here. Josh Haken ready to put the ball in play under our own basket here. Pass into Matt Haken. Blake Johnson now. Now they want 36 seconds here in the third quarter. Coach Leuenberger says just go for one shot here now, boys. So Josh Haken now, 21 seconds. 20 seconds here. Way out the division line here. Blake Johnson passes over to Josh. 13 seconds to go here. Back over to Blake. Back over to Josh Haken. Josh Haken bringing the ball around. And he got a travel call on Josh Haken as he was kind of driving around the left side there trying to get open. And picked up the dribble and traveled with it. So we got 4.1 seconds here with Akron Westfield with the ball. Almost got a shoot here now pretty soon. 1 second, and they took a shot from midcourt. Went off the back of the glass. No good. 62-35 our score here after 3 quarters of play. Mustangs lead.
We'll be back right after this.
If you're getting mighty hungry, well, the best in the country is Pizza Ranch. You'll be feeling really great when you're filling up your plate at Pizza Ranch. 'Cause life tastes better down at Pizza Ranch. It's where life tastes better, so round 'em up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Well, stay tuned as always at the end of this broadcast for the Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game, sponsored by the George Pizza Ranch. You want to see a throng here? They just announced $1 pizza at the concession stand.
And look at them all go there for pizza out that back door here.
They're running across.
So,
wow, they're everywhere.
If you just tuned in, Lamar's Galen Catholic beat Boynton Hull 60-41 in the first game here tonight. So we got 1 quarter to play here, 4th quarter of the George Little Rock Akron Westfield game, with the Mustangs in the lead 62-35. And there you go. Wow.
Yeah,
Jacobs.
There's Nick Jacobs. They were hounding him like the Baskervilles out there, and they could not stop him. He hit a 3 anyway.
He's got 4 threes already tonight there. He's the boy that had 10 threes here in the game just before this one when he was in the...
When they played Galen Catholic earlier this season toward the end of the
Oh, that's when
run.
It was. Okay. Yep.
There's
a nice pass to Haken to Nagel, and Nagel finishes with 2 points. Yep. So Nagel's at the line to shoot 1. So Nagel's having a good night, but Haken been getting him the ball. Malden been getting him the ball really good. And so Nagel finishes with it with a lot of made baskets here so far tonight. So Nagel at the line to shoot 1 free throw. Free throws up and good for Nagel.
Brendan Kroc checking in for Akron.
Nagel with 17 points so far tonight.
There's Quinn Bundy for 3
count it.
from the left side.
9 3-pointers for Akron Westfield so far in this game. Only 4 for the Mustang boys. Malden with the ball now. Passes over in the far corner to Nagel. And it's going to be a travel, I bet. Yep. Called a travel on Jaden Malden as he's heading for the basket in the paint. Just 1 too many steps. Jacobs now bringing the ball across. Jacobs with another. He's at about 8 feet, 10 feet behind the 3-point line, and he takes a shot.
Yep.
Off the back of the rim, though.
He gets
getting
close to the spot where they go in, but he has hit limited numbers of those tonight.
Josh Aiken now in the far right corner. Passes over to Caleb DeHart. Caleb DeHart passes over to Malden. Malden slips through the baseline and counted for 2 points for Malden. Malden with 13 points so far tonight.
Quinn Bundy.
Oh, and a nice block there by either Josh Aiken or Nagel got a hold of that and just blocked it. They was both right there. Malden now with the ball. Passes over to Josh Aiken. Now Caleb DeHart in the far corner. Back over to Nagel. And a ball passed into...
Boy, the ball just swept up there by Anderson. And Anderson will get it to Jacobs, who shoots again from the concession stand in the next gym. I don't know what he's... I guess he's got the green light to go for it, but it's not falling for him tonight.
Nagel drove the baseline, tried to put it up, and now Caleb DeHart with a rebound there Jumback puts the rebound up at first, and then the rebound to Caleb DeHark, and then knocked out of bounds by Akron Westfield players. So
now we've got Colton Dennison checking in. Where's number 43, a sophomore, 6'2", 5:20 left in the ball game.
Caleb DeHark with the ball now, passes over to Malden, back over to Jumback, back to Caleb DeHark, around to the top of the circle. Josh Aiken going dribbling around the right side, passes over to Nagel at the free throw line. Now Jumback drives into the paint, and going to be a foul. And that rebound, that's going to be on Akron Westfield boy. Pushing off number 11, right?
And Quinn Bundy, I think. Did he say 11 or 13?
13.
Yeah.
Oh, 13. You're right. Quinn's Bundy.
Fourth foul. Jumback, Nagel sitting down. We've got Matt Haken checking in. Peyton Malden checking in.
So we're in the 1-on-1 here. So Caleb DeHark will be at the line to shoot the bonus free throw, 1-on-1. And Blake Johnson is ready to check in. Caleb's free throws up and off the back of the rim. No good.
Jacobs pops from 3.
In and out.
In and out, no good.
Haken now with the ball across the timeline. Haken passes over to Caleb DeHart. Caleb DeHart got fouled, but nothing called. Haken passes over to Malden with a 3 from the corner. No good. Josh Haken with the rebound, far side rebound. Caleb DeHart back over to Matt Haken. Matt Haken driving into the paint, and ball bounces around off the top of the rim. No good. Malden tracks the rebound down, puts it back up, and no good. Matt Haken puts it up, no good. Matt Haken gets the rebound, puts it up again, no good. Gets the rebound again and puts her in for 2 points.
5 second chance points that time.
So there's a lot of shots there by the
closing
Mustangs.
the deal.
Matt Haken got his rebound about 3-4 times and finally wound up with 2 points, and so it makes our score 69-41.
What a great deal. We'll be back right after this. Full timeout.
Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane for all your grain handling needs. Take advantage of their winter discounts now in full swing. Their competitive price advantage means you get what you need at the right price every time. But book early before their year fills up. WeMoveBins.com on the internet and from A to B as well. Yes, they move bins, buy, sell, and service them too. Located on Highway 18 between Hull and Boyden. WeMoveBins.com is the website for Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com's the destination for anything you need to handle your grain. Looking anywhere else would be in vain. Call Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com.
Well, back to live action here at GLR headquarters, home of the Mustangs, and we're 4 minutes left in the ball game. Mustangs with a 69-41 edge right now over Akron Westfield Westerners, and we just had a full timeout. Akron will bring the ball in. Hartman will get the entry pass from Quinn Bundy, and they will try what they slated out.
Jacobs again. Oh, and
Jacobs to Quinn Bundy. Stepped on the line in the corner. Hartman had a pass go kind of off of his shoulder high into the air and landed out of bounds. So Mustangs will for the basketball.
Jacobs not that tall a guy, but a good husky kid. Malden with the ball now. Pass over to Matt Haken. Matt Haken back to Peyton Malden. Now in the far corner to Jaden Malden. Jaden back out to Blake Johnson. Oh, a nice pass from Malden to Matt Haken, and Matt Haken finishes with 2 points. Jaden Malden to Matt Haken. A double dribble called on number 43, Hartman, Aaron Hartman. 71-41, 30-point lead here. 23 checking in, Jack Anderson checking in for Akron. Cole and Carson Stave ready to check into the game for the Mustangs.
Malden and Haken, the seniors, sitting down. 3:18 to go, a 30-point lead. It's a good time to have them sit it out and let some fresh meat out on the floor.
Carson State put the ball in play. Now over to Blake Johnson, back over to Carson in the far right corner there.
Blake
back over
Peyton
to Cole now. Matt Hagen. Malden looks at the basket, passes it back out to Blake Johnson. And a three-pointer up there and off the front of the rim by Carson Stave.
Had a good-looking shot there.
Wide open shot.
It didn't fall. Bundy will drive it into the paint, put it up from the elbow, up and good for Quinn Bundy.
So Blake Johnson now with the ball. 2:37 to go, 71-43. Blake Johnson passes over to Matt Haken. Back over to Carson Stave. Now to Blake Johnson.
Blake with a nice little basketball. Oh, Malden with a shot, or a pass that's stolen away, rather, by Anderson. Anderson will drive it to the top of the key. Dish off to Quinn Bundy. Bundy off to the right side. Travel called on Jack Anderson as he tried to make a basketball move. Now we've got
Klinkenberg and Hayengay coming into the game. Jaden Klinkenberg, Nathan Klinkenberg, and Aaron Hayengay. So Matt Haken setting down as well as Blake Johnson.
2:11 on the clock. So we've got the Stave brothers, the Klinkenbergs.
Yep.
Not brothers.
Nope. and
Aaron Hayengay.
Aaron Hayengay. Ball passed. Ball knocked out of bounds there. Boy, the scorer's table moved about 6 inches there.
Quinn Bundy swiping at the ball, and his momentum carried him right into the scoring book. I think he's in the book for some other scoring, but he got into the book with...
So Nato Klinkenberg now. Hayengay with the ball. Pass back to Nato. Nato back over to Jaden Klinkenberg. Carson Stave. Now over to Klinkenberg. Hayengay back to Nato. Nato dribbling around the right side.
Oh, what a
nice pass there.
Oh, what a pass
to Carson Stave, and Carson just lost it off the tip of his
tapped
fingers.
Himself on the number and said, that was my fault. That was a great pass.
Yep. Could have been 2 points here for Carson. 1:40 to go here in the game.
There's a shot off the rim, no good. Rebound to the Mustangs.
Yep, Jaden Klinkenberg comes away with that rebound. Gives her over to Nato Klinkenberg. Nato passes.
And the
ball
steal.
taken away there.
Anderson takes it. He's going to go all the way. Blew
no
the
good
bunny.
there. And
blew the bunny shot.
Cole Stave gets away with a rebound there. Gives it back to Nato to bring it across the timeline.
It's almost the story of the Westerners' night tonight. The simplest of shots have not fallen for them at times that they could really use them.
Nice shot there. Nice pass there by Stave over to Klinkenberg. And Klinkenberg turned around, put a shot up, no good. Three-pointer.
Here's Anderson for three, no.
Jaden Klinkenberg with a rebound again there now. Passes over to Nato.
45 seconds now. Mustangs don't really need to shoot here. Look at that pass. Look at the pass.
Jaden Klinkenberg, and counted for Jaden Klinkenberg. 2 points there.
What a great pass from Nato to Jaden. There's a three ball.
No good,
short.
let her go.
Westerners definitely not having their best three-point shooting night of their season. I know that for a fact. But
well, they made a lot of them, though. But
they did.
Nato with the ball. 26 seconds to go here, and there should have been a foul, but nothing called.
Nato tried it again. The ball the play kind of stopped after that. There was no foul. Everybody on the floor thought there should have been
a foul, and there really was, but nothing called. 19 seconds to go in this game. 73-43.
There's a deep three again.
No good there, and rebounded off the hands of Carson Stave. So it will be Akron Westfield's ball right under their own basket here.
10.6 on the clock. 73-43. A three ball up. It's going to be short.
Nato with the rebound.
Mustang
1 second.
Basketball, and that's the end of it.
That's the end of this game. 73 for George Little Rock Mustangs. 43 for the Akron Westfield boys here now. So Thursday night, it'll be George Little Rock playing Lamar's Galen Catholic at 7 o'clock in the Sioux Center gym. So we'll be there with the GLR radio. So that should be a very competitive game with the Mustangs against the Lamar's Galen Catholic boys here. So we'll do a little stats there.
Here's a quick update from the field. Sheldon has beaten Sioux Center 59-55.
Oh, wow. Sheldon beat Sioux Center 59-55.
Sioux Center, the Siouxland Conference
champions, yes.
And Sheldon apparently just beat them tonight in a close one there, 59-55. We'll have a quick break here from some sponsors, but overall Mustangs shot 41% tonight from the field. Akron Westfield 31%, and Mustangs 44% from inside the arc, 28% from outside the arc, 4 of 14 on the night. Akron Westfield shooting 9 of 29. They put up 29 threes, John, and hit 9 on the night. 2 of 3 from the free throw line for Akron Westfield. Mustangs 9 of 16 for a 56% percentage there, and 18 offensive rebounds for the Mustangs, 23 defensive rebounds for the Mustangs as well. So we'll be back right after these messages from the Pizza Ranch. We'll have an update for you on a schedule update, and then we'll wrap up with our Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game. So stay tuned, folks.
When the Pizza Ranch bell is rung, an immediate response of significant movement ensues. As the bell is rung, salivating becomes prevalent. These behaviors occur due to the pull of crispy hand-breaded chicken and the pull of hot, melted real cheese on made-from-scratch dough with our fresh, manner-compromising sauce. And the appeal of our all-you-can-eat buffet can't be ignored. Pizza Ranch. And for delivery, give us a ring.
You're listening to Mustang Basketball on the GLR Radio Network. Stay tuned for the Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game.
We're back here at GLR, where Mustangs have just concluded the win with a 73-43 victory over Akron Westfield Westerners, and will advance now to the game Thursday night against Galen Catholic Jays in Sioux Center at 7 p.m. We'll be there with our radio broadcast. And
one game there that night.
It'll be one game. It'll be a one-game wonder. It's a win or go home.
Yep.
And we'll be there if the creek don't rise, and with any luck, we'll be there with our radio microphone and our aluminum foil.
That's right. So turn in or tune in at 7 o'clock or a little before that on Thursday night. We'll be there on the air. So just going over a few stats here for George Little Rock boys. Jaden Malden had 13, Blake Johnson 5, Peyton Malden 5, Lucas Nagel 17, Josh Haken 2, Caleb DeHark 7, Landon Jumback 13 points, Matt Haken 9 points, and Jaden Klinkenberg with 2 points. And so we had to pick out a Pizza Ranch Impact player. It could have been any of those players tonight, but we're going to give it to Lucas Nagel tonight for our Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game.
And well-deserved by all means for Lucas, but he had received some terrific assist passes. He made a lot of great passes himself.
He sure did, but he got
distributed the ball well. Sorry, I didn't mean to overjump, but he distributed the ball really well, took care of the basketball, hit key shots, just really was an influence on defense, and just had a great game tonight. Certainly got a lot of help from all of his teammates.
Yep.
And we want to tip our hat to all of the Mustangs here tonight on a great performance. But congratulations to Lucas on our Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game.
Or as far as Akron Westfield goes, Leighton Blake had 6 points, and Connor Anderson had 8 points. Quinn Bundy, 7 points. Nick Jacobs had 18 points. I guess he led all scorers, Nick Jacobs. And Aaron Hartman had 4 points. Nick Jacobs had 4 three-pointers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They had 9 three-pointers of the night, Akron Westfield, where George Little Rock had 4 three-pointers. So, Mustangs took advantage of Akron Westfield tonight, 30 points, 73-43. And so like Craig said, Thursday night, tune in. We'll be over at Sioux Center to bring you the game between George Little Rock Mustangs and Lamar's Galen Catholic at 7 o'clock sharp. So if you got anything else to say, well, you're going to say the last words.
The last words tonight are nice bow tie.
Well, thank you.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you Thursday night.